Previously on Ted's Adventures with Ross.
Have you been to Jekyll and Hyde? Jekyll and Hyde?
What?
Have you been to Jekyll and Hyde?
No, I heard you, but like, what?
Have you been to Jekyll and Hyde? It's a spooky themed restaurant in Times Square.
What the hell? I thought I blocked this number. Whatever. Hello.
Today's the day.
What is it, Ross?
Pack your bags, we're going to Jekyll and Hyde.
Wait, you mean that spooky themed restaurant? Sure.
Take a look outside.
Ross, turn around. You're looking at the wrong... I'm in this building over here.
Oh. Ah! Oh.
It's spooky season, baby!
You gave me quite the scare. We're doing a spooky episode?
Yeah, we are.
Well, I think someone's missing then.
We'll bring him on out.
Meet Spencer.
He's missing an arm. That's a new development.
So a couple months ago, I was living in New York City, and Ross happens to be from the Big Apple.
Born and raised.
And so Ross decided to pay me a little visit at my home in the Upper West Side. So basically, we decided that it would be appropriate in the middle of summer to go to Jekyll and Hyde, a spooky-themed restaurant.
When we went to the Rainforest Cafe, it reminded me of my days of my youth when I was taken to a spooky-themed restaurant in New York called Jekyll and Hyde. It became very clear that restaurant was not the restaurant we went to.
Turns out the restaurant that we went to was probably the worst dining experience that either of us have experienced in our entire life.
When you walk in, it has negative charm. It's not like it has no charm, it has less than no charm. No. Say it has no charm would be nice.
So we get to this restaurant, there's a guy outside. He was like waiting.
Like a host?
There was a host, but the host was outside the restaurant. Like, he was like, hey, how's it going? And we were like, yeah, we want to go in. And then he
you could see in his eyes, he was like, anyone.
So we got led into this restaurant and we walked through, and this was a Tuesday. It was not a peak hour kind of thing. The restaurant is empty.
Dead quiet.
Except for like a group of guys that are at the bar, like people who are locals.
Yeah. If I ever am at that place where I'm a local at Jekyll and Hyde's bar, I want you to end it for me.
That's like the regular place that they go to, like, get a beer. Honey, I'm going to Jekyll. I'm going to meet Jerry at Jekyll.
Gonna see the guys.
Yeah, gonna see the guys over at Jekyll and Hyde. Goes and gets a witch's brew at Jekyll and Hyde. It seems like a pretty normal experience. It's a well-decorated restaurant.
Halloween time, very well-decorated house.
Yeah, which was definitely a weird vibe for us to be there in July. Then we meet our waitress.
No, she wasn't even.
Was she not?
No, she just comes around.
Oh, even worse. A fucking lady walks up and she's like, have you guys seen any ghouls around?
Any spooky goblins?
Have you seen a severed head? Have you,
like,
you guys
really just giving it her all?
She was really just hitting us with like all the jokes in the book.
Everything she has.
They were more just like scripted statements that that were either hit or misses, but she had no idea which ones worked.
And we were just kind of like, yep, okay.
Yeah, oh my god. It was like one of those things where like someone's talking to you at a party.
And they just corner you.
In a party, you have an excuse to get away. But this is her job.
That's the grind.
Like at a certain point, and we didn't realize this at first, but at a certain point, just a voice started coming through the PA system and just started going like, oh, this restaurant is haunted.
And it wasn't even just like a recording. It was specific to us. Like, they had cameras on us while we were eating.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, glasses.
She had a voice changer, but we knew it was her.
It's like, who else would it be? There's
because
no way
she's definitely
there's two people in back.
It's like at the Rainforest Cafe, the thunderstorm would go on for about 30 seconds.
They get that you're eating.
You're having a meal. Trying to enjoy yourself in the atmosphere, the ambiance of it, but not completely be entirely involved. This PA announcement went on for a good 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, she just didn't stop.
She didn't even have interesting stuff to say.
Yeah, she was just like, oh, there's a ghost, and I'm an old man, and I fell in a pond, and I drowned in 2 inches of water. So then we looked at the menu, And the menu was definitely an interesting part of that because everything was just so absurdly expensive.
Also, I was expecting, you know how at the Rainforest Cafe they had like safari fries,
Yeah.
volcanic caprese salad. I was like, oh, we're gonna get a bunch of cool spooky themed stuff. Nope. There was one thing that was within the theme, and it was the Jekyll burger.
Or aka a burger.
Prepared at Jekyll and Hyde.
I don't know if they originally historically had Nacho Supreme in Transylvania or wherever, but they had it at Jekyll and Hyde, so wasn't worth spending a shit ton of money at this place for a fucking video. So what we decided to do was get appetizers. I got my Nacho Supreme.
And I got wings. You
took,
were
like-
smarter for not ordering meat, first of all.
We started eating our food, and like my nachos were like mainly burnt, and they had very, very like overwhelming smoky flavor to it. Not in a good way. Not something that nachos should be having at all in the slightest. How were your wings?
Also, like, very distinctly smoky. It felt like I was eating that they used the same thing to make the fake rubber hand. I just remember we both just wanted to get out of there. All the energy we had from, like, we're gonna make a video.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we're gonna make a video. It's gonna be real great. It's gonna be just like Rainforest Cafe. All of that energy was gone.
Just drained.
Yeah.
By a themed restaurant.
They like took away our fun from being involved. We were probably in that restaurant for like an hour max, and we wanted to get out of there. And I was trying to pay.
Yeah.
They didn't take my card, so I had to walk to an ATM.
Not even like a. You don't have like Discover or Diner's card. You
Yeah.
have like a very legit.
Yeah, I have a MasterCard.
Also, she came up to the table one last time to do one last bit.
Oh, she was really.
While you were at the ATM, and I'm gonna get this fucker by himself. She thought she was gonna crack me and
Yeah.
get me and her against you. What if you came back to the table and I was just fully dressed in the Victorian costume and I was like, she got me, man. I'm one of them now. Just leave. Just go while you still can.
Yeah, get out of here. Like it's like some horrible, horrible Goosebumps novel.
It kind of is. Yeah, that really just sucked the soul out of me.
So yeah, that was the worst experience that we ever had at a restaurant. Yeah, if you guys want to share this video, do hashtag never forget Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, people will know.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm Ted.
I'm Ross.
And this has been the Spooky Video.
Spooky.
Hey, no, no.